What's up, everybody? I'm driving, so hey, pardon me. But I just wanted to pop in real quick and just tell you that don't let, well, let me rephrase it. As you get older, let age make you better, not make you worse. And real quick, a lot of times you'll hear people say, when they hit a certain age, they'll be like, oh, well, it's all downhill from there. Or, oh, what's the point of life anymore? Or, oh, when you hit a certain age, it's just over and up. Squeeze all the fun out of yourself you can when you're young, because when you're old, you're not going to have it anymore. And it's just like, you know what? First of all, let me encourage you to surround yourself with positive people. I can't tell you how many older people, older than me, and I'm in my 30s, they're much older than me, but they have such more zest for life. They're more open and hungry than they've ever been. They love their spouses more than they've ever loved them. They love learning and growing more than they ever have. They're doing way better. Some of them, maybe even a lot of them, I'd venture to say, even look and feel better now that they're in their 40s, 50s, and 60s than they did when they were in their 20s and 30s. And I've seen this firsthand. I was taking a class, and there was a guy in there. He had to have been in his late 50s, early 60s, and it was a whole bunch of us in there that were in our 20s, maybe 30s. And this man had more energy and more excitement, and his physicality, he could move around much more. He had more endurance. And you could just tell he just really loved what he was taking the class for. And there's several people that I've met in real life and that I know from a distance like this. I know a lot of people from a distance like this, but I know several people personally. So don't buy the lie that as you get older, you get worse. Don't buy the lie that, once you hit 30, it's over. Once you hit, well, it's said that for men, the common saying for men is that in your 30s, you don't even start to peak till you're in your 30s. But then for women, it's almost kind of like the opposite. It's like, oh, well, when you hit 30s or 40s for sure, when you hit your 40s as a woman, it's all downhill. And I don't receive that. I rebuke that. I reject that. I denounce that, because it doesn't have to be that way. Once you've seen it for your own eyes that it doesn't have to be that way, it gives you a lot of encouragement and inspiration. And so as you get older, get better. You can absolutely get better. I can say from personal experience, as I've gotten older, I've gotten better. I'm much more comfortable with myself, and just like the wisdom that I've acquired, the things that I've gone through in life. Although, once you hit your late 20s and 30s, you've probably been through some stuff, whether that's losing somebody, or if that's just loss of job, or just hard time financially, or relationships. You've been through some type of heartache. But as you get older, and when you've gone through it and you've learned the lesson, your mindset it changes. It's different. And I can say I believe I'm so much better now than I was when I was in my 20s. I'm not discounting those years, but it's not true. It's really not true. So getting older does not equal getting worse. So don't buy the lie. And I would say this: the more you want to learn and the more you want to grow in whatever it is, the younger and the better you're going to feel. That's the kind of stuff that matters. That's the kind of stuff that makes, no matter how old you get, what is this thing doing? Sorry, y'all. There was a cat in the middle of the street that just stayed there. But I don't know who said it, but they're absolutely true, or absolutely right. The essence of life is growth. As long as you're wanting to be better, and as long as you are... Hello? Hi. No, go ahead. I have to park right here. Sorry, y'all. The neighbors was walking. But yeah, as long as you're a student in life, of life, the more you want to grow and learn, the better you're going to feel, regardless of how old you get. So let that encourage y'all. I got to go. I got to hurry up and get stuff done. All right. Love you.